Yeah. It's the Friday vibe, the Hugo Smoke Show. No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive. It's the Friday vibe, the Hugo Smoke Show. No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive. Let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 79 of the TGIF show. I am your host, Will Smokes. Welcome. It looks like we are streaming on the correct Instagram this time, and we are here on YouTube as well and Rumble. Let's just check Rumble's working fine. I'm going to be sharing what I'm smoking in a bit. Let me just check something. Yeah, okay, that's working proper. How's everybody doing this morning? Finally got the smoke setup back in action after a few troublesome Friday mornings, right? So we're back here where we're supposed to be, as I streamed on Wednesday. Left the setup how it is. But the actual reason for me to set up the lazy way was because I was running late, pretty much. But now I gave myself time this morning. Woke up super early, and yeah. So let's go ahead and take some roll call. We got Ben in the house. We got Steven, my boy Epicurean Smokes. What's up, bro? I'm streaming vertically on Instagram at Hugo Smokes. So let me move a little bit here, right where the sun is at, right? Might have to move the panel right now in a bit, but that's fine. We got my boy DC. He's saying, "What's up? Hello, good morning." And we got JD in the house. What's up? Yeah. So today I'm gonna be smoking a QD50, or I am smoking a QD50. It is the one from the box that we bought at Casa de Lavano. It's a young crop, 2024. I'm sorry, 2025 July. So I really wanted to get that tested to see how it smokes. And so far, it's a little bit rough. So I would say that just from the first half inch that I'm into it, I would say it would need a little bit of time. But the only thing is with these QD50s, from my experience, the first half inch to an inch is sometimes a little bit rough, and then it softens up and it turns into a very pleasant cigar. The last one that I smoked was one that I also gifted Sal, and it was like churned butter. So he really enjoyed that one. Um, but that one was from like 3 years ago. So go figure. But yeah. So let's see. Okay. Before I begin, I actually have to say, and because DC is DC. Thank you, DC, for hooking me up with the little puppy, Dumont, which he's right there. He's getting a sun bath, and for teaching me actual wine, taking me to an actual winery, not the fake winery at Temecula. Which, by the way, the winery was my idea, but he just selected that one because I don't know the area. But thank you anyway, DC. I appreciate that, bro. We had a blast. Thank you for hosting us at Eddie's house. Thank you, Eddie Muro, right, for hosting us there as well. Great place. It's countryside. It's amazing. We'll get into it in a bit, but just wanted to get that out the way. And I saw something here. Hey, Papa, down, down. I wanted to DC, if you want to join the live, dude, like go ahead and do it now if you want to, because I gotta cut it off at 9:30 the latest. I gotta go get a haircut because I have an appointment at 10. But if you do text me, I'll shoot you the link. All right. Um. All right. Let's go ahead and see what the let's see. Tanda Man on Instagram. What's up, bro? What's up, Tanda Man? Good morning. You know what? I am gonna have to move this. Let me turn off the camera real quick. I'm still gonna be talking because I don't want you to see my naked bottom. But I'll be right back. You guys could talk amongst yourselves. Meanwhile, let's see. I think that should be better. Yeah, that's a lot better. The sun is gonna go up on the curtain in a bit, so it's all good. So let's just go ahead and tackle some of the comments here. We got Benito saying he missed the last TGIF. It's all good, bro. We're still here. Discord had a yearly recap. I'm level 8,500 with nonsense. Okay, you know that whole Discord thing. I don't know what's going on. I didn't get that. I thought it was like one of those like extensions. Um, freaking what do you call it? Games. DC showed me, and I was like, dude, I don't know what that is. I don't have that. He said to update Discord. I updated Discord and I didn't get anything. So, but now that Ben is saying that, so I recap, kind of like Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, right? Which everybody's posting that on their personal social media accounts. I got mine. I haven't opened it yet. Um, and obviously, like if you have a creator account where you post content, you also get a recap. So I'll have to take a look at that. Congrats on the addition to the family. Thank you, man. So far, he's acclimating very good. His previous owner was a very, very, very loving person, from what I take. This dog was basically his work companion, right? He's 18 or 20-month-old French bulldog. I believe he's AKC lines. I'm not sure, but the man was working mobile all the time, so he was in his car. So the dog is very well trained. He would go into the back seat and just chill there. He knows how to go relieve himself. He knows how to chill. He's very obedient, very smart puppy. Um, but yeah, so the thing is that when when there's a change of ownership, especially for these kinds of dogs, they're very sentimental, very emotional. um Sometimes they go into depression, and I was very worried about that, right? Because I researched a lot. Like as soon as DC offered me the puppy, and I said, all right, I need to do some due diligence. I haven't had a dog in a while. I've had a horse, but it's the same thing, right? But it's been a while since I had an actual pup. So I went ahead and did some research, and yeah, they're very sentimental, very emotional. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, the transition's got to be as smooth as possible from the previous owner to me, from the food, the care, the hygiene, the everything. It's got to be flawless. Whatever the gentleman was doing for the puppy, I have to do the same or even more. And DC and I he's a dog person and everything, and he's like, yeah, dude, it's this and that. He was very helpful. um the gentleman pretty much gave me like everything, man. He gave me everything. He gave me a kennel. He gave me like all these grooming supplies and stuff like that. So very grateful for him. We still keep in contact. So but the burn line is phenomenal on the cigar. I just took it out the box. Look at that. Very nice. Uh, the ash is like that more compact, flaky ash, not the more layered, but very grayish white, which is a good indication, right? Massage time, Ugo. Yeah. It's a little bit cold, dude. It's a little bit cold. So I'm wearing the gloves. It helps a little bit. I might take them off in a bit, but yeah, it is cold here. We have like a mountain range there and a mountain range over here. So we get like the cold draft, coming in from the morning like that, and it meets like right. I'm like right in the middle of it, so it's cold in this valley. Yeah. Yeah, it's chilly when the hobo. Yeah, dude, it's chilly. It's cold, bro. What's up, Shaunicus? On Instagram, Tandem Man says, haha, hold of you to assume I didn't want to see it. Bold of you to assume I didn't want to see it. Oh, okay. That shit was funny. We got Jim Bug and Jay Davis joining on Instagram. What's up? What's up, people? Welcome. Let me know what you guys are smoking. If you guys are smoking anything, for me, you guys know I love smoking. Obviously, on Friday mornings and chit chatting with y'all. And yeah, Skinny Money. What's up, Bubba? For the people that are just joining, I'm smoking a K Dorsey from July of this year. Very young crop. It's still a little bit aggressive on the palate, on the retro as well. I haven't been retroing a lot because I took one in the beginning, and I was like, nah, it needs to chill for a bit. So, but on these cigars, when they're not like smooth, they got like, I describe it as like a very heavy spice, like cinnamon, baking spice, stuff like that. Even like a little lingering finish of like a dried chili on the palate, like black pepper instead of like white pepper. And yeah, like that. Like it's like very kind of boldish type of profile, right? And these age phenomenal. When they got a few years of age on them and they're ready to smoke. It's like buttercream, nutty, hay, lots of hay. Yeah, dude, Cutie 50. Yeah, well, I only bought half of the box. Gabe bought the other half. He's gonna come pick it up. I think tomorrow. So I'm gonna put those away. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. Guess. Oh no, guess you'll have to keep it socked away for yourself. That's what she said. You guys are funny. No government names, and he's saying 14 months. Yeah, so we were talking. we're talking on the way over here from Paso Robles, and he says that the pup was born around February of last year. So that already puts him at, we're at month 12 already, minus 2, 10 plus a year and 10 months, so like 22 months, actually 22 months. um I am gonna see if we can get a hold of the breeder, because that's like the 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 most perfect way or correct way to actually know when he was born, right? And also I want to see if his lineage is AKC, and if it is, I would want to register him, not for personal gain, but just because I feel that if an animal is registry worthy, even horses, they should be registered. He would go through AKC. Horses go through Aqua, which is American Quarter Horse Association. They what do you call it? They trace back the lineage to the sire, to the dame. So it's a very cool process. You know what I mean? Kind of like what do you call it? The family tree for us humans, right? So we were talking on the way over here, and he told me all this stuff. And what's up, my brother from the 926, right? Or is it 916? What's up, man? What up, B? Where you been at, man? Been a minute. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate that. Um, so like I mentioned earlier, uh, you know, well, first let's go back, dude. Like ever since I came back from Mexico, like when I went to go pay like the venue and run all those errands and stuff like that, I don't know. I feel like I got like this like really positive vibe on me. Like I've always had like these ideas to start like new ventures, like for example, like just small business ideas and stuff like that. And on this trip, I met this person. She belongs to this. I don't know if it's a religion, or like a spiritual group. It's called Yoruba, and it comes from Africa. I believe it's called Yoruba. So that's the female version, and then there's like the male group of it. Anyway, we connected through this messaging app called um I we connected through this messaging app called WhatsApp, right? And I'm pretty sure you guys know it's an international thing. Like, I use WhatsApp like 24/7. It's fast, it's efficient, it's safe, it's encrypted. So anyway, so she saw me smoking cigars, and she was like, "Hey, I want one of those." And I was like, "Excuse me?" And it's an older lady, right? And I was like, "Do you smoke cigars?" And she's like, "Yeah, I smoke cigars, but not really for like my personal pleasure. It's more to offer it to my what do you call it? Um to my relics, to my santos, to my spiritual whatever idols. Kind of like the behike, stuff like that, the arabe. Uh I forget what you call those types of things. But anyway, so she does that. She practices like spiritual healing and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So the reason why I hooked up with her was because I was trying to schedule a tour in the town of Tequila, right? And I hit up, like, she owns this distillery tequilera where it processes the tequila. And I went there 2 years ago, so I was like, oh, maybe we can visit that tequilera, right? With the whole crew. And turns out that they own the little tour that we did, like a little you can ride like this kind of like a, what is it called, like a fun, those fun buses, like one of them, there's like chiles that are like red, green, there's like barrels, they're big buses, right, they're fun. So her company owns that, and I was like, well, I already did all that. I just kind of wanted to take the people, my friends, to go visit your factory. And she's like, oh yeah, well, it's the same cost, like if you do like the whole thing. And I'm like, no, I'm okay. um I'm making my own itinerary. I'm just, getting information on accessing different distilleries and stuff like that, and tequileras. So, anyways, long story short, I told her, hey, you know what? I already booked like these different places for me to go and take the people, my friends. But I am gonna do you a favor, and oh, he's saying 914. Okay, cool. My bad. I am gonna do you a favor, and when I go over there, I'm gonna take you like a bunch of cigars for you to do your thing. You know what I mean? She was like, "Oh my god, that's so nice of you. Like, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Like, we can't get these cigars over here. She could get them, but she doesn't live in Guadalajara Centro, where she's where Casa de Lavano is. She lives like on the outskirts. Let's say Guadalajara Centro is downtown LA, and she lives like in Riverside. Okay, kind of something like that, right? But it's very rural, right? Tequilas are just a very like small town. Um, so so then I so when she told me like whole religion thing, or the whole whatever her belief is, the group, I asked one of my friends. I remember him mentioning something like that, that he does the same thing. He's got cigars, and he buys like expensive cigars like Cohibas, freaking expensive Davidoff, stuff like that. And I thought that those were his for his pleasure. They are kind of, but they're more for the practice of that spiritual whatever it is. um so I was like, hey dude, like, I told him about the lady, and I told her like what the cigars, and he's like, dude, that's good. Like, you offering yourself to provide the cigars for this person, for them to offer it to their, they call them santos. And if somebody can translate that to English, that'll be cool. uh I can't remember right now what it's called, but like the Virgin Mary, stuff like that, like those images like that. um that's good. That's good, positive energy for you, because you're doing something good. And I'm like, dude, I can't believe it, bro. Like, ever since like that um event happened, like my mind like opened up to these all these ideas. I got like these ideas that I had for like like projects from here to Mexico, right? Like international, like small projects that are gonna like profit just a little bit here and there, but it's all gonna add up, and they're on their way. You know what I mean? That's what I've been busy doing. Like, I've been staying off of like Discord. Like, I haven't been really active. I've been dealing with the last details of the wedding and stuff like that. Uh, so yeah, man. So that's been happening, and Duman was one of those blessings, man. Like, because DC came out of nowhere one day. We smoke in the virtual in the morning, which I haven't either because I've just been so busy. And he was like, hey, anybody want this dog? And I was like, dude, I've been wanting like that kind of dog. Like, I've been wanting him for a while. They're expensive. And I was like, dude, this is a fucking sign, right? So yeah, man, sure enough, like DC, like, I'll take him, bro. Like, like, how much is it gonna cost? He's like, no, man, it's they're giving him away because the gentleman's got to go back to his country on an emergency. Folks got really sick, so he's got to go take care of them. I'm like, dude, I would love to get the puppy. At the time, I didn't know where he was located, right? But I mean, I should have known because DC is in the Bay Area. And he's like, hey, the puppy's yours. We're gonna come pick it up. I'm like, where am I gonna pick it up from? He's like, from San Francisco, bro. I'm like, shit, are you kidding me? It's getting a little bit better. What's up, Papa? Hey, you. What happened? so so anyways, he was like, dude, you know what? Let me. Oh, it was Thanksgiving weekend, right? I'm like, dude, I got my kid. Like, okay, I go like, let's say it's Sunday when I drop her off back at her mom's. I was thinking, and then DC was like, hey, why don't we meet halfway? I got a friend that it's got this place halfway in Paso Robles, and I'm like, okay, that could work. Like he's like, spend the weekend there, like he's not gonna be there. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to run it through the wife now, and then my kid's always like, you know, uh, she's always down for like a trip and adventure. But I didn't tell my kid we had the puppy, right? So I told my wife, and she was like, "Are you sure it's not gonna be an inconvenience for like them and then the people?" And I'm like, "No, the person is not there. In fact, that person I know from like a different like group of friends. We have common friends. I've seen the gentleman once or twice, but I never actually like hung out with him, right? But I know who he is, and and yeah, dude, we fucking met up, halfway point, and we spent like the whole weekend there with DC and his wife, and then my wife and my daughter, and it was very fun. It was very fun. We had good food. Obviously, we met the puppy. My daughter was like super happy. She said that she had an idea because my daughter my daughter owned a bunny, a Holland. What's the breed? Long ears, like they're shaggy. Hollenbeck, something like that. And the bunny, I didn't know that the bunny died like 2 3 weeks ago. And I was like, damn, dude, like this is like perfect timing. I got a puppy. She loves animals. It's like everything's lining up perfectly. You know what I mean? Like after like this event that I went through with this one person, like everything's flowing so fucking nice. You know what I mean? Like it was unbelievable. I can't believe it. I'm still in awe and shock. You're awake. I wasn't sure what was happening. Huh? Nigerian Prince. Okay. Always tune in when I can. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think he's up for it. Now, me and Edgar are cool, man. It was just, that one time he just, sometimes he beats the horse down to a pulp, bro. Like, I get almost down, but like, it's like, all right, bro. Like, we get it. Like, you're funny. Just one time is cool, and I hope he doesn't. I hope that he knows that he's welcome to join here. He's still welcome in the Discord. Like it was, it's not like if I'm mad at him or like I don't want to be his friend anymore. I was just like, bro, just fucking chill, bro. Like, you're fucking you're jabbing at me. Like you're just jabbing at me like the whole fucking thing. And it's like, I have to bust sometime, right? Saints, okay, Saint Santos, yeah. Stop hanging out with the weirdos, bro. That's the thing. I didn't even hang out, dude. It was just like all like virtual, like the app, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Like fucking, you restructure your life and shit. That, but you know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm actually glad that I met this person, and actually she's gonna be coming down to Los Angeles because she has a visa for visitor, and she's gonna take her kids, her family to Disneyland, and we know somebody that works at Disneyland. So I told her like, you know what, like, don't pay full price for Disneyland. It's fucking expensive. Let me know when you're coming, and then I'll try to like hook you up with some tickets like at discounted rate. So you gotta help people, bro. You help people and then you get good back. On a serious note, life is awesome like that when inspiration strikes you. I don't know. Yes, dude, it is. It is. It is. It's crazy, bro. Like, I'm so glad, for every idea that you have, the hardest step is the first one. Once you take that first step, my brothers, um, you know, everything's gonna flow. Hopefully, like if you're prepared, if you've done your research, stuff like that, and if you have like supportive people around you to like help you with your goals, help you with those projects, it's gonna flow. It's gonna happen, man. You know what I mean? Especially if it's like something positive, something good, something to help other people. Like the little businesses that I started, it's helping people like in Mexico. Because they don't have the income that we do, right? We have expendable income where we can invest a little bit of money, and we get a little bit back for us here in the US. But the people that are going to help me do the business in Mexico, it's a lot for them. It's like it's a nice side gig for them. You know what I mean? So you're doing something good for humanity. You're doing something good for them, where they don't want to be bumps doing like stealing out in the streets and stuff like that. They want to work. That's awesome. I'm mostly sad about this year. They stopped monetizing cigar channels. I was looking forward to the Google merch shop. I wanted to have. So the Ugo Smokes merch is still gonna happen. It's not gonna happen through YouTube. It's gonna happen through probably like spreadsheet, something like that. Somewhere where like it's on consignment. I don't have to invest any money in it. Kind of like cigars on Bandit. It's good. Like you order whenever you order. The only thing I'm gonna try to do is see if I can get like a discount code, because I think some of the stuff on there is a little bit pricey for some people, and I don't really like that. I mean, this one was like, I don't know, like 35, $40 out the door. I mean, I guess it's decent. I mean, it's a nice medium weight sweater. It's cool. I like it. It's comfortable. But if I can have like a little discount code or something, like that'll be sick. But I haven't looked into it yet. But definitely something that's coming for 2026 for us, and possibly for the podcast as well. And we'll see what happens, man. What's up, Matt Sober Cigars? Thanks for tuning in, brother. Edgar just needs to. You know what? I'm gonna tell you guys something. My circle of friends is not even small, dude. It's wide. I have an array of friends, bro. Like I have a lot of friends. I'm very open to friendships, but I am very selective to choosing my friends. Why? Because there's a lot of losers out there. You know what I mean? Like I don't associate myself with losers, bro. Like if you're a loser, I'm sorry. Like I can't. Like you gotta have something going for you. You know what I mean? Um, Edgar and Jay are my friends because they're fucking smart as fuck in politics and in finance. Okay, I'm not. I I'm very ignorant on politics and finance because I choose to be, because I don't like the stock market. I'm talking about like stock market, not my personal finance. Right? Like I handle my my accountability for my money, right? But like as far as like investments and stuff like that and keeping up with politics, I'm the dumbest person ever. Now you talk about science, math, stuff like that. Fuck, like watch out, bro. Fucking Albert Einstein right here. But JD and Edgar are, I know, two people that if I ever have a question on politics and economics, like as far as like investments and stuff like that, they're always gonna be able to guide me in a positive way, give me like a really nice answer. So I appreciate them for that. Their fucking cigar choices suck. Fucking JD thinks that Opus is like the best thing on earth, but fuck you, JD. It's Cubans. No, but seriously, dude, see, like different people, I appreciate them for their strengths, you know what I mean, and their weaknesses as well. But yeah, man, like that is what it is. But like maybe maybe I do I do owe Edgar more of an apology because maybe I was like very like irked about like the whole wedding about this and like about the cigars not being able to like bring them over and stuff like that. And maybe like all those comments kind of like irked me and stuff like that. Maybe it did. So Edgar, my bad. And I already talked to him like I'm right after, and I did that short, and then I did the other short where I'm saying like, no, we're cool, you know. Don't ever forget Sean. See, I didn't know that because every time we talk with Sean, it's just about fucking cigars and hoes and strippers. And this was he if he doesn't, if his penis was long enough, he will fuck himself. He's a fucking whore. That's what he thinks about the Arroyo sisters. You know what I mean? Um. So anyway, so see like that, like I could describe my friends, strains, and that's the reason why like I'm intrigued by certain people, like things that I like. Another thing is that like I'm the I'm that kind of person where like if I joke around and mess around with you, it's because I like you. You know what I mean? If I don't give you the time of day, it's because I don't fucking care about you. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's that. Ugo, I think I can meet up earlier for SD meetup. I think 3:30ish. So Ben, for that, it's gonna be later in the evening because we're gonna be doing things with my best man. So we were gonna get freed up like later, like 6:37 probably. But I'll keep you in the loop, man. I don't know if you have my number, but if you don't, I'll shoot it to you later, or shoot me a message on Discord, and I'll send you my number. Yeah, because he was actually planning to do the trolley beer tasting thing, but dude, now they what they did is they put it together with the winery down there. I forget what it's called, and they doubled the price. It used to be like 120. Now it's like close to 200 something. And I told him, dude, it's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it for like a flight of wine and a flight of beer, and then a light lunch, and then they drive you around. It's totally not worth it. Too much money. So what I said, oh, okay, here, breaking point, breaking point right here, halfways. So it's getting nice right here. So you need like this much for it to settle down. It's gonna happen like in the next I don't know, 12 to 18 months, probably. I'm guessing. We'll see. So that's the plan. Like we're heading over there next weekend, actually. And the reason why we're going to San Diego is because my best man couldn't accompany me to Guadalajara because he had some work responsibilities. He travels all over the United States, and he travels to Italy and I think Germany because he works for this company that that they developed the machinery to make the dough for Costco pizza and other things. Very successful gentleman, not academically but professionally. Him and I, we go way back to junior high. My best man and I, we're both immigrants to the country, and we got our documentation in the correct manner, right? We went through the processes, right? We paid whatever fees we needed to pay. We got pardons, we got this and that, and eventually we became citizens. He was never very academically inclined. I always was, so I went that route. But he's been like a fucking hard worker all his life, and he's supported his family throughout. His wife has never worked. She's always been a stay-at-home mom. So that's awesome, right? So I guess him and some coworkers had gone to San Diego and did that whole trolley thing. And he offered it to me, and I was like, "Oh, that sounds fun." But then when he looked at it again, it was like, "Oh, dude, like it changed." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's not worth it, bro." But let's go. I do want to go to the winery, and then we'll go do some, I don't know, some lunch and stuff like that. And then he was the one that told me about the cigar lounge because he knows I like cigars. And then I was like, "All right, cool, dude. Like, we can go to the cigar lounge." I usually would want to go there like later at night, right, to like end the night with a nice fucking cigar. So yeah, so that's the deal with San Diego. Sean, my bad, Sean. I didn't know, bro, but now I know. Now I know. I'll fucking bug you for that shit, okay? Because might be doing that pretty soon. Love all you knuckleheads. Ben, stop digging up the past. Now you're beating a dead horse now, buddy. Ah man, that shit's funny. You know, I'm just a very upfront person. Like I don't like to be around the bush. When things bother me, I like to bring them up. I like to confront people. I don't avoid issues and problems and situations. I think they should be dealt with person to person, man to man. Oh, so delicious now. And the one thing that irks me, and I fucking hate this shit, bro, is when like men or married men bring their wives to help with their situations, like their altercations with another male. Bro, you are like the scum of the earth to me when you do that shit, bro. No, it's between you and me, bro. Not because I'm trying to be a machista or nothing, but like, why you got to bring in a third party, That shit irks me. I don't like that shit, bro. I like to, my own, like that. Toss your cell in the comments of this live. It's all good. Yeah. Ah, man, you guys are cracking me. It's public. It's not about these sexy boys. Yeah, I don't need to age my half lifetime to enjoy. I like to smoke them before retirement. Well, yeah, but most opposites fucking suck when you buy a motherfucker. They suck. Okay, the 25th was a very, very what did you say? Very good exemption. The fucking Dubai's, those are aged, all right. Those are from 2018, 2020. So those are aged opus. Those are aged cigars, my boy. It's a brand new box for you, but they didn't make them fucking 2 months ago. Okay, they've been made already. They're from harvest of those years. So yes, you are smoking aged opus that you like. Take that. What's up, Javi? Hell yeah, dude. Love you too, bro. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Nah, it's just keeping it real, man. Keep it real, and it goes a long ways. You show respect for people, respect back. Of course, I'm the kind of people that I fuck around like horseplay in Spanish. Horseplay or picking up people is called llevadera. Te llevas, like like that, like carrilla, right? But you gotta know how far to do it, how much to do it. I had a fallout with a buddy of mine that he was just so opposed to like me, like having a partner, dude. Like he was like so opposed to it. And I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck, dude? Like, okay, you're single. I guess that's working for you. That's cool. I have a daughter, bro. Like for me, ideally I want to have a family, dude. I need to have like a female presence here at the house. uh because I feel that it creates a family environment for my daughter, dude. And then he would always like every time I would post something, he would have something negative to say about like the post of my partner and myself. And I'm like, man, that's not cool, bro. Like like I get it. Like once in a while, it's like mandilon, this and that. but like every single time you would post something, I was like, all right, like, you know what, me and you, we need to have a conversation. And I told him some things that probably hurt his feelings, uh, but it was the truth. And I was like, you see, how do you feel when people call you all like that, right? It doesn't, you don't like it, right? It doesn't feel good. But see, I could be doing that every time you post something, but I don't. I just like your pictures. I like them because you're my friend. If you like doing that stuff, good for you, bro. Like, that's awesome. But I'm not. Maybe I'll have a comment here and there, but dude, like every fucking post, like say like, hey, fuck that fucking post, like you look like this and that, like, nah, man, like that's not cool. Anyway, um, JG, see what you did? You made Hugo snap his neck. That's one step away from fresh off the plate, you. Nah, man. There's great cigars there. New worlds. I love everything that hits my palate. I keep around. I don't care if it's not Cuban, if it's this and that, Dominican, Nicaraguan. If it hits my palate, I'm gonna keep it around. I'm gonna restock. Keep it in rotation. But for me, honestly, like Cuban cigars are like, like I've just got into like this niche now that we're like, if I can smoke these babies like every day, properly aged, like ready to smoke cigars, like I would go with Cubans every day. Unfortunately, the accessibility, obviously, it's kind of hard. The pricing, it's not that bad, to be honest with you. This box of key 50s was around, 600-700 bucks. Dubai's are that much, right? There's some other cigars, Byron's, right? The Nelsons, the Alfonsos, right? It's not even about the price. So yeah. So dude, it's not even like, oh, you're just fucking buying these expensive cigars. Yeah, the regionals are fucking expensive. The limited editions are sometimes expensive. You're right. Um, and it's nice to smoke those cigars once in a while, right? Like, for example, the other day I smoked the Talisman, and then the Monte Cristo 2017 LE. Phenomenal cigar, man. Phenomenal. Man, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike, for gifting me that cigar from Mike from HQ. I forget what the name of that 2017 is. Here, I'll look it up real quick. So, comparing the Talisman, which is a 2019 Cohiba, and the Monte Cristo 2019. Okay, the Cohiba is a 2017. They call it the Talisman, and the Monte Cristo 2019 is the Supremos. Okay, 2019, 2017, 2 years difference, right? Monte Cristo blows that Talisman out of the water, bro. Like, it fucking, like, so fucking good, man. My respects to Monte Cristo, bro. Like, they are so good. Like, we talked about it on Wednesday. Regular production stuff. Edmundo, the white Edmundo, the short. I think there's a short Edmundo as well. The Coronas, the short Laguitos, DC's cigar, the number 3, number 4. Just very good cigars. Monte Cristo, most of their regular production line is very good. Um, so yeah, so I appreciate like different cigars, but I also fucking enjoy Oliva Connecticut Reserve any day. Age, those are phenomenal. 20 Acre Farms, another Connecticut. Lampert Ocean Breeze, Lampert Limitada 2023. I like it better than the 24, 25, whatever it is. Alex Glaze, some. What am I missing? Of the boutique stuff. Um, if it hits your palate, it hits your palate, man. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So, oh, dude. Feisty Hugo I try to keep Feisty Hugo like locked up because Feisty Hugo is something else, man. I don't like releasing the beast that much. It's fun to watch from a distance. You know, DC's a person where like DC's seen like I think all sides of me, and now that we got time to spend with each other, like like actually like living together for fucking 3 days, you really get to know the person, right? And DC's a great person. He misses a lot of the podcast, but he's because his work. So that's the line of that's the path that he chose. He's that type of professionalism. It's cool. But no, man, it's awesome. Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. The only thing is that using that money, let's say for like a Cuban that you like, which you like the Vegueros, some of the Romeo y Julietas. It sucks that we have to go through that risk of getting them confiscated through customs, right? That sucks. Um, and I think the safest way to go around that is go to the source itself. But when do we have time to do that, right? Like I've been fortunate enough to being able to hit up some stores in Mexico, Tijuana as well. And yeah, um, what was I gonna say? I'm actually going to Tijuana on Sunday. I'm gonna take the pup. They're do a full blood panel for anything, any cancerous signs, any abnormalities, especially for allergies, because these little doggies, um, they're prone to have allergies and stuff like that. So I want to know exactly if he's allergic to anything because the previous owner actually fed him chicken, dude, and beef. And I hear that these little dogs are allergic to chicken. And I'm like, dude, like this guy eats chicken all day. I don't understand. So I'm very curious to see like what others if there's any allergies because I want to give him like, and I already started boiling him like chicken, and I gave him a rice, um, so chicken meat, chicken thighs, gizzards, and chicken feet. Man, he gobbles them like there's no tomorrow. So trying to look for the damn so yeah, so I want to like do like sweet potato, stuff like that, add to his diet so he can have a healthy life. And then I'm gonna get a microchip, and then just like a check, So, dude, all that is gonna cost me around $100 in Tijuana. And for you guys that are wondering about doctors in Tijuana, the medicine practice in Mexico, bro, is is very top notch, top tier. Um, if that wasn't the case, like all these, and I'm talking about proper, right? Proper, like all these women that choose to go get their mommy makeovers, their tummy tucks, and all that stuff. Um, like they wouldn't be going down there. No, don't get me wrong. There's those places that are unscrupulous, and they're practiced without a license. Yes, but you have to do your research. There's people like that here in the states as well. You see all these horror stories where like these women go to like back of a van or in a garage, right? Get botched for like a third of the price, and they die because of an infection. It's like anything else. You just have to do your research, right? Um, the vet that I'm going to was a very good recommendation of my friend. He lives here in the States, but he's married to a Mexican national, and they also have a Frenchie. Uh, he has a house in Tijuana or Orlando, and I was like, hey, hook me up with your vet, dude. And he's like, yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna do that. And I already booked the appointment. So if you guys want me to get you guys anything from Casa del Lano, let me know. Dot the Zell, and I'll make it happen. You know, they have a lot of regular production stuff. On Instagram, we got the Dr. Spawn, Silky Smooth Vibes, James Burnham down. What's up? Ric Flair, ¿Qué pasa, señor? Cali Cigars, the Cigar Symphony, and my boy Earn Dog. Hey, welcome, welcome. Yeah, they're small sites, but they're still sites, bro. They still count, you know. First of all, I grabbed your butt and I hugged you, so that means a lot. You forgot that already, huh? What's up, Brian Beagle? What's up, bro? So, anyway, I've been doing a lot of talking. Just had a lot to say, you know, a lot to get off of my chest. I am pretty much very in a very calm state now. Um, I took care of basically all the necessities of all the costs of the wedding now. Everything's done, 100% done. The only thing that's missing is me jumping on the plane on December 18th, going to Mexico, and then I just have to buy the champagne bottles when I get there, because I wasn't able to pre-order them because the so what I did with the alcohol order is I hit up corporate, and one of the executives hooked me up. Like, she did like do like 30 to 40% off of some of the bottles. I bought 100 bottles of liquor. Well, minus the 14 of champagne, so that's 86, right? And she wasn't able to get the champagne bottle, so I will have to get those the day of. Which I already told the guy, like, I want these, and then he's gonna put them aside for me. Mexico, it's dude, Mexico, their hospitality, their level of service for goods, for restaurants, for hosts is superb. Like, bro, you go have brunch somewhere, the waiter will come about 5 times in a period of 30 minutes that you're having food, 30 to 45 minutes. Here in the States, you're lucky if they even fucking take your order, bro. It sucks here. I'm sorry. Even like Mastro's, Fleming's, Javier's. I've been to all those places, you know, like, I don't know what it is. Like, test, test, test. Yeah, okay, it's back. You know, the level of service, I don't know if people like don't want to work here, or like what the fuck is going on. They feel underpaid or whatever. But what was I gonna say? There's very little times and where I've encountered like a host that really cares about his job, cares about the customer. The latest example was 2 weeks ago. I think I had already come back from Mexico. My best man, I invited him to, the day after we got married here, my wife, right? The day after, Saturday. I invited him to or I think it was like that same day at night. I don't remember. Anyway, long story short, it's a place in Claremont called La Popular. This gentleman, our host, phenomenal. I think he was like from Austria or like Hungary or something like that. Dude, he showed like top notch fucking service, bro. Like, I give him a fucking like a $30 fucking tip, and my bill was only like like $20, you know. So I was like, dude, like, you took care of us, like, you explained like the whole thing. We had already been there with my wife, but my best friend hadn't. And I chose that place because it's a place, it's a chain that's also in Mexico City. It's called Popular CDMX, Ciudad de Mexico. He loved it, bro. He loved it. He was like, dude, this place is fucking badass. Yeah, and the host, I forget his name. But yeah, he was awesome. The previous host we were there when we went one time for Father's Day. She was awesome too. I think she was like Persian or Middle Eastern. But she was like so nice that my girl at the time, she was my fiance, she was jealous. Okay, she was like, "Why is this girl giving you all these attention?" This and that. I'm like, dude, you should be happy. The hosts here in the United States restaurants, they suck most of the time. You know, they're like miserable. The way I see it is like, hey, you chose this path in life. You know, there's lots of options out there, and you wanted to work here. You're an American citizen. You were born in this country. That's most people, most hosts. They're American citizens or like naturalized or whatever. Young people, right? And okay, well, like it's your job, dude. Like if you're gonna suck at your job, you're probably not gonna advance anywhere in life. Like you're not gonna go anywhere. You're not gonna get promoted to management. You're not gonna go to a better restaurant or a better environment. I don't know what it is. But just here, sometimes we take for granted all the accommodations that this wonderful country offers. Um, People in Mexico don't have the luxuries we have. You know what I mean? They don't have the luxuries, man. It's sad sometimes. It's like, damn. Yeah, exactly. Huevos, huevos. So anyway, guys, I gotta go get a haircut. And I gotta get my puppy ready because my puppy travels with me everywhere now. I have the backseat cover, which the gentleman also provided. Dude, he provided that. He provided a kennel. He provided everything but food because he would cook food fresh, just chicken and beef boiled, no salt, no nothing. So he gave me the kennel. He gave me a fucking industrial grade air blow dryer for the puppy after shower so I could dry him. He gave me a Bissell upholstery cleaner, which I'm gonna use on my carpet because you motherfuckers are talking shit about my carpet. The fucking landlord doesn't fucking change the carpet. I told him already, hey, we need to put some tile or something here. So we're gonna do it in the next few weeks. And he gave me like a bunch of grooming supplies, shampoo, gallon size, conditioner, like a bunch of like brushes, toys, everything, leashes. So yeah, man. And I'm very grateful for that. But anyway, guys, thanks for joining episode 79. I appreciate you guys a lot. And again, I'm going to Casa de la Mano. Actually, I'm going to Tijuana Sunday. La Bissell slaps, bro. I'm going to Casa de la Mano on Sunday. So if you guys need me to pick up something for you, let me know. Okay. They have most of the rare production stuff. They have white Churchills, short Churchills. They have Kitties. They have Partagas, Montecristo, stuff like that. Okay. So hit me up, DM, Instagram, Discord, whatever, and then we'll link up. All right. Hope you guys have a great Friday. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had some fun and smoked a great cigar. Let's keep the good vibes going all weekend long.
Hugo Smokers is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer. Gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer.
Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had some fun and smoked a great cigar. Let's keep the good vibes going all weekend long.
Hugo Smokers is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer.